Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Techie Champion, and I have another skills integration challenge for you guys. This is going to be the 5.4.1.2 skills integration challenge, and it's going to be all about Inter VLAN routing. So by now, everyone should know how to make a VLAN and a switch. Everyone should know how to set up sub interfaces. So let's get started. So basically what we have here is we have our little LAN over here. We have our router, which connects to the internet. The internet connects to this server. So by the end of the activity, we should be able to ping this server. So we should be able to get out of our LAN, ping the server, and we'll be out to the internet. So let's get started here with the scenario. In this activity, you will demonstrate and reinforce your ability to implement inter VLAN routing, including configuring IP addresses, VLANs, trunking, and sub interfaces. So back in the day when VLANs came out, you had to have an interface for every VLAN because you obviously need a router to route in between VLANs. A VLAN is its own separate virtual network. So in order to communicate between the separate VLANs, you need a router. Back in the day, or back in the time of legacy inter VLAN routing, the router had to have an interface for each VLAN that you wanted to implement in your network, which that's not very cost effective. It's just ridiculous. It takes up way too many ports, way too many interfaces on the router. So Cisco decided to create sub interfaces, which are virtual interfaces. So essentially, all you need is a trunk going from your switch to the router. You can set sub interfaces with their own IP addresses. So essentially, the router can act as the default gateway for multiple VLANs. And all that data is transmitted over a trunk because, as we know, we need a trunk to be able to um, send multiple VLAN information to the router. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the switch here. We'll get our switch all set up. Then we will move to the PCs here, set up our IP addressing. We'll set up the router. So let's go ahead and open the switch here. I tried to make the font a little bigger for you guys so you could see the commands that I'm typing in, because I noticed in my previous videos that it was kind of hard to see what I was actually typing. So hopefully this helps you guys a lot. That way you'll be able to see exactly what I'm putting in, and you won't have to just go off my voice. And I apologize for the smaller font in my previous videos. Hopefully this fixes that issue. So let's give it a shot here. So go ahead and open up your switch. I'm going to scroll down here. Assign IP addresses to R1 and S1 based off the addressing table. So S1. So here's his IP address here, S1. We're going to activate an SVI, or a switch virtual interface, which will be on VLAN 99. What that will allow us to do is SSH or telnet into the switch for administration purposes. That's why we do that. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So go ahead and get yourself to global config mode. Type enable, or EN for short. Configure terminal, or conft. Get yourself to global config. All you have to do to activate the VLAN 99 switch virtual interface is type interface VLAN 99 and give it an IP address, which in this case is going to be IP address 172.17.99.10. 172.17.99.10 with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. Enter. Alright. hit exit. Next thing we need to do is configure the default gateway here on our switch. And in order to do that, from global config mode, type IP default dash gateway and give it that default gateway address, which is 172.17.99.1. Hit enter. Create, name, and assign VLANs on S1 based off the VLAN and port assignments table. Ports should be in access mode. So it wants to go ahead and assign these VLANs to the switch, assign these ports to these VLANs over here, and make sure that they're access ports. Pretty simple stuff. So as you know by now, in order to create a VLAN, all you need to do is type VLAN in the number. That puts you in a VLAN configuration mode here. We'll just give it a name. Typing name, and it's faculty/staff. Make sure you type the name exactly how they have it in here. I was struggling with a packet tracer troubleshooting scenario. I had everything done. Turns out I was missing like 2 points. So after about an hour of trying to figure out what was wrong with the network, I found out that I made one of the VLAN names with a lowercase, and it didn't give me the full pointage. It's ridiculous, right? So make sure that you spell it exactly how they have it over here, or else you might not get 100%. Anyway, enough with that ramble. So VLAN 10's created. We'll do 20, 30, 88, 99. VLAN 20, enter, name, students. Capitalize that S, exit. VLAN 30, guest, default. So I'm not sure what they mean there. I don't think you can change the default VLAN. I don't know. That's weird. They always throw in some type of loop in these. Actually, you're going to want to type name first. And make sure you get the points over here in the bottom. When you're naming these, make sure that it gives you the points. Always keep track of that, because if it doesn't, then you're going to be running around with your head cut off. So VLAN 88 is going to be the native VLAN. Type name, native, and VLAN 99. Notice how it said interface VLAN 99 change state to up. That's because we configured it first. We didn't actually create the VLAN. So now that we've actually created the VLAN, that SVI that we created at first, change state to up. And this is the management. Alright, we got 22 points here. Go ahead and just get yourself back to privileged exec mode. Do a copy run start. I can only record 10 minutes at a time with the program I'm using. That's why I break down these videos into 10-minute segments. It kind of sucks, but it gives you the opportunity to break these down into individual 3 or 4 step processes. I think that actually helps. So make sure you're at 22% completion. I'm out of time for this video. Meet me back here for part 2. Thanks guys. Please like and subscribe.